2-0.
I literally just walked in the door, man. I just got home from Atlanta, so I literally just walked in the door.
I was Joe finna ask you if you were down there because I went down there.
Yeah, I was in Atlanta.
No, what about I was in Jackson.
Oh, you talking about you was at game day in
I
Jackson?
was there.
Oh,
Yeah, it was nice. It was live. It's my second year going.
oh, I'm going that week. I'm going to Athens.
Okay, so you going to game day?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
He literally.
sir.
We are live. We are the Fort Valley Boys. I'm your host, Peyton Vicks, with my guys Ryan and Pretty Tony. And this is just a programming update. Tony will be on studio with the game day crew on Saturday, so he literally will be calling the game on Saturday.
Literally.
Literally, we'll be calling the game on Saturday. But on tonight's episode, excuse me, we're gonna recap the World Series. We gonna give you baseball because the World Series got a black manager that could be the first black manager to win the World Series since Cito Gaston. Can the Lakers, good old Cito, a two-time champion, and can the Lakers get it right? We already know the answer to that, but Tony wanted to ask it anyway. But we it's gonna be our roasting session. But you
I
know
just
what,
want to
guys?
make, yeah, I just want to see what y'all thought about it.
Yeah, we already know what the answer gonna be. But hey, you know what? You know what we finna do?
What we finna do?
Let go.
Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, boys, yeah. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we them boys.
Bringing us in right. Bringing us in right.
Trying to do this. Of course, you know our show is sponsored by Just for Men. You got a little bit of gray hair. You trying to look a little bit younger. Try to look a little bit more professional. Just for Men can set you right. Get that number 32.7. If you light skin with me, I haven't used it yet. I haven't used it yet, but if you get that 42.7 to set you right. Also, we also just want to make sure y'all know we do have sponsor from Sprite again. We have sponsorship from Sprite again.
They took us back.
They took it back. So we're back with Sprite. We got Sprite. We got Just for Men. Gonna go ahead and get this one out of the way. The shots favorite sponsor, Henny and Coke, the dark liquor.
The dark liquor.
Of course, you already know we're on Sundays and Wednesdays, 9 p.m. You can follow us on Facebook, Fort Valley Boys, follow us on YouTube, and of course, our final sponsor, of course, Bernard Ingram of BuyNightShirt.com. This is crazy. I haven't met him yet. Spent my money with him. Love his products. I'm wearing one of the sweaters I bought last year. Take a look at it. They have all HBCU stuff. They even have FAMU on there, Anatole. So you want to get some FAMU stuff, just waste your money and get some FAMU stuff. But you know you're a Fort Valley Wildcat at heart because you come on the show too much and you shop producer. Just go ahead and get this Fort Valley stuff. You see this right here, button down sweater. Tony called it the Golden Guard Trail. So got a spot to Golden Guard Trail on here. So guys, how was y'all week, man? How's y'all week?
Hey man, a good week, man. Ended this thing off right. Like I said, I was in Jacksonville, man, for the game. As my colleague on the bottom on the south of me says, 42-20. Good game, good weekend, good times. God is good.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Tony?
Yeah, I had a real good weekend, man. Got to see my boys. First I went to Atlanta, man. So like I said, I literally just got off the road about 20 minutes ago. So went and watched the game with some friends. Definitely enjoyed that, especially one of them being a Gator fan. I definitely got to, you know what I'm saying, give her hell about us stomping them into the ground. And then got a chance to kick it with a couple of my buddies, man. One of my buddies had a birthday, Corey. Corey's birthday was yesterday, so I got to kick it with him. So yeah, I
Core
had a real
Brock.
good weekend. Yes, sir.
Core Brock. I ain't
Yes,
see that
sir.
joke say 99.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy birthday, C. Happy birthday, C. But yeah, man. So I had a real good weekend, man. So I can't complain. What about you, Faye?
Yeah, it was straight, man. Daughter, our new producer, Yasmin Gibson, Fort Valley girl. Her birthday was yesterday, 26, man. 26.
It's all right.
And we celebrate my other daughter, Chloe. She's turned 16. She was sick, so we couldn't celebrate it. And she's 16, so she's 11th grade. So she about to get ready for college in another year and a half. So getting real out there, man. Getting real out in these streets.
Getting real out there in the street. Strap up.
Oh yeah, strapped up, stay gacked up. Strapped up, gacked up. I got 4 shotguns right up here. I'll take a picture and send it to y'all. But before I will be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Mike. Mike Atwater, one of our founding members on the show. We do want to lift them up in prayer and thoughts and positive vibes to him and his family for their loss they had this past week. Just want to do that for him. So all you guys did the same for me. My mom passed. It's only right that I do the same thing for her. So Mike, take your time. Do like you did me. Take your time getting back.
Yeah.
So,
and he actually, as everybody knows, Mike is also an AAU coach. He lost a player today, this morning as well. So it's been a tough week for Atwater. It's been a tough week for Atwater. So all of y'all that know him out there on Facebook or on YouTube watching us, keep Brother Atwater in your prayers, because y'all know how he is. And if he ain't who he is when he come on the show, it's something wrong. So just keep him in your prayers and thoughts and everything, and shoot him a word, tell him you're thinking about him and everything, and just keep him uplifted.
Definitely shoot him some positive words of encouragement. Saying he definitely cares about people and looks out for people. So definitely y'all return that favor, man. Y'all return that favor. Thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family, bro. Take your time.
Yeah, don't you know how black folks do? We bring plates and over to make sure you set a plate over there, plate of 3 to Mike.
Yep, or 3.
Or 3. Yeah, he liked Popeyes, so get him a number 13. So that's a number 7 and number 6 combined. So give me the numbers. We love when you gonna miss him. We still gotta crack a joke here and there. Yeah, he crack a joke to me, my mom. That was all keep me laughing. So I gotta send him one back to him. But with all the pleasantries out the way, let's talk about the World Series game. Games 1 and 2 were played in Houston. They reconvene tomorrow night, which is stupid because it's Monday Night Football. When it should have started on Tuesday night. They had a big opportunity to start the World Series on Tuesday. They could have had the thing wrapped up by today, actually, if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
But first 2 games they split. That's what Philadelphia wanted. Philadelphia's a hot team. They game 1, they lost in 10 innings, 6-5. Last night they won 5-2. What's your recap for the first 2 games, Ryan?
Man, there's some decent pitching, decent fielding going on. Philly got hot. I think it was in the 3rd last night, and it came on in. First game, it's not gonna be what folks think it is. It's actually gonna be a World Series. It's actually gonna be a World Series, and you got good pitching, got some decent hitting. Stars are gonna be the stars, Let's hope that we get what we want and what I want and what you want and what the rest of the culture would want is Dusty Baker to win that World Series. So gonna keep a closer eye on this one, but it's so far so good. So far so good. Good analysis all the way by Martinez and Big Papi. I love that analysis as well.
That might be must see TV right there when Big Papi, Frank, and A-Rod is on there. I know a lot of folks A-Rod's polarizing. I like A-Rod on television. He's not going to get in the Hall of Fame because, we wait for all the old voters to die. And then the new age voters come in, go ahead and vote him, Bonds, and Clemens, all them in. But that's must see TV because those guys, don't get me wrong, Baseball Tonight on ESPN, they got a great crew, but those guys, you basically have 3 Hall of Famers on there, literally 3 Hall of Famers on there, know what they're talking about. That's
the only thing that Baseball Tonight messed up on, I've always loved Baseball Tonight back in the day. Carl Ravage is a mainstay, but one of the things I remember
Peter Gammons. I know you're going there.
Not Peter Gammons. Peter Gammons a mainstay too, but Harold Reigns.
Harold Reynolds. Harold Reynolds. It's Harold Reynolds.
You remember when he got fired in the middle? It was in the off season. He got fired, And when he got fired, I was like, okay, so what are they doing? And then he ends up on the MLB Network, right? So it was just crazy. You know, I miss him because he had that made the show to me. That made it better than what it was. You know, in my opinion. But I love the fact that Big Poppy, Martinez, all them guys. You know, and Harold Reynolds has this great story about Bo Jackson. When Bo Jackson, he hit one. He said he hit it to a part of the field. Bo chased it down and threw it. I think he was tagging a second to come around, and Bo threw him out. He tells that story really well. But I miss Harold Reynolds on Old Baseball Tonight. That was when I really was watching baseball.
Yeah, he was accused of sexual harassment, and that ended up being a falsehood.
Right.
So he ended up going to MLB Network, which
That's
is
what happened. That's what happened for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it didn't happen. You know, Stuart Scott. Let me be quiet.
Love him too.
He's trying to hook up with women on Monday night after Monday Night Football, but that's neither here nor there. When he was doing the Monday Night Football show.
I mean, at least Stuart Scott alone, man. Don't do that.
That's why I stopped.
But you didn't. But you did stop.
I did.
Let's step on. Hey,
I could have said,
Tony.
Fave, stop, man. Step right on over it, Fave. Stop, man. Stop.
Tony, what's your thoughts on the World Series, Tony?
I'm actually shocked, man. Couple things. One is I didn't realize until I read the article, man, that I want to bring that up. That this is the first World Series since I think 1951. I think I saw where there's no African American players in the World Series, man. So that was definitely eye opening. On many different levels. And other than that, man, just shocked, man, that as dominant as Verlander is, man, he seems to always struggle in the World Series, man. I can't wrap my mind around that, man. Can't even really say it's postseason issue because he's dominant, in the rest of the playoffs. But it's just something about that World Series, man. I think his ERA is like over 6 or something like that in the World Series, man.
Well, you know what they say about pressure. Pressure does two things.
Yeah.
It makes diamonds and it bursts pipes, and he leaking, baby. He leaking.
Hey, as my boy Kirby say though, pressure is a privilege.
Yep.
Go
true.
Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, Framber Valdez pitched the gym last night, and yeah, he's gonna be a future ace for that team. Right now, it's gonna be Verlander for right now till he retired. But think about what he came off. He's coming off of Tommy John, and I think he went 19-5, 19-4, something like that, somewhere around there. I gotta look up his stats, but he had a pretty good year. Think about it, coming off of Tommy John. Tommy John ain't pitched in a year and a half.
Right. That's not usually. It used to be Tommy John used to be the kiss of death.
Yeah.
That was it. If you got Tommy John surgery, you might come back that year, and then you might as well get on the slide because it's going down. So that's a but still, I mean, as advertised, as we know, like Tony just said, I mean, the guy comes in, pitches great in the regular season, and when the season is on the line. Excuse me.
Don't choke over there.
Yeah. But like I was saying.
Yeah. Of course, this game, the series shifts to Philadelphia, where, as you know, this year they started a DH rule in the National League. So Houston's pitchers do not have to worry about batting this year in the World Series. So that's going to play a big role this year as far as not having to really change your lineups. And Bryce Harper, like I said it, we talked about this last week. You have to treat him like a counselor. You got to put him on chemo, get him out of there. You cannot give him anything to hit. Him and Schwarber, those two guys, and Schwarber leads off, so that puts them in a tough spot off the top when you put Schwarber in at the leadoff. But that's Philadelphia, them and the Eagles 6-7. What they 7-0 right now? They're 7-0 just coming off the bye. Beat. We don't talk about it, right? We don't talk about it, but we don't talk about the Steelers.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? Everybody gets one. Out of 16 seasons, I would give Mike Tomlin one. Now, when it becomes a habit, that's when it's a problem. But
they had a chance in that. They had a chance in the third quarter.
Yeah, he took a pick. I mean, but the kid. I mean, I'd rather win and lose with the kid, and that's going to be we'll win and lose with the kid. Let the kid be his. Let him grow. Trial by fire. You either going once again pressure. It's either going to make a diamond out of this young man, or we gonna find somewhere for him to go.
It's going to be I still think he's going to get 8 and 9, 9 and 7. I don't see him losing 10 games.
I think so too. But the rest of this schedule. I mean, we still got to play Baltimore. We still got to play Cleveland and Cincinnati again. Got to play Baltimore twice. And Baltimore after Thursday night's game looks pretty good. Look like they may have to trying to get their stuff together. Man, appreciate that shot. Appreciate that.
You know why though? You know why? Everybody know why? That's why. That's why.
Yeah, but we still got a little while on this schedule, so things still got to congeal. We still got to put this whole thing in the refrigerator and let it gel and come together, man. And like I said, we're gonna win and lose with the kid. The kid looking good at times, just got to cut down on the interception, and those are rookie mistakes. He still got a lot to learn. I don't even know if he expected to really play this year, this soon, this fast. But get back to baseball.
Yeah. So let me ask y'all this right here. They played the course. They're in a 2-3-2 format. It's not like the NBA where they're 2-2-1-1-1. It's 2-3-2. I guess to cut down on the travel. Or it should be 2-2-1-1-1. But I can understand it now because let's say it's Philadelphia versus the Dodgers. That cross country make it equitable. That's why they probably left it like that. What do you think needs to happen for Houston to ensure that they win this for Dusty Baker, Tony?
I mean, they definitely need to. They need to win these next 2 games, man. No, definitely would be great for them to sweep in Philly, but that's gonna be tough. But they definitely need to win these next 2 games. Get some sound pitching. Try to calm them bats down. Jump on them boys early. And hopefully take the crowd out the game because Philly's gonna be rocking. Like these playoff games in Philly, man, they've been awesome, man. Like I like baseball, man. A lot of people don't watch it, man, but the crowds in these games and stuff like that, man, have been awesome. Man, Philly is definitely a sports town. They back their teams, they love them. They praise them when they good. They hate them and they talk shit on them, talk shit about them, and when they bad, but they still there no matter what.
Yeah, it's the same time I booed Santa Claus.
And when Michael Irvin, your team fade. No, my bad. I should do. Tony, do you remember when Michael Irvin went down and they cheered that man for going down?
Yeah, I remember that. I was crying.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They are some of the most passionate fans in the world, man, in Philadelphia. But they can be also some of the most ignorant fans at the same time. These folks throw batteries. They throw bat. They do some obnoxious stuff, man. I mean, but that's the way they are. Go watch the movie Mark Wahlberg. I want to say Invincible.
Invincible, yep.
Yeah. So that's how those Philly fans are. They are passionate about their team, and that's that. I don't know, in some cases, I'd rather have them fans than some of these fair weather Falcon fans that are around here sometimes, I mean, just saying,
Falcon leading the division 4-4.
Got to squeak by. Hey, tell
that game was crazy, dude.
Thank you, Mr. Moore.
DJ Moore threw that. He messed the whole game up, dog. Yeah, the kicker missed the 48-yarder, missed the 33-yarder in overtime. I get that part, but it should have been closed out with the 12 seconds left. Should have been closed out with 12 seconds left.
He could if he doesn't get that unsportsmanlike penalty at the end, Carolina wins that football game. I really believe that. And even though extra points aren't chip shots anymore, that's routine. In my opinion, I think he goes out there, kicks the extra point. You're done. All Falcons fans are mad. Carolina gets back one, but man, I mean DJ Moore. I mean, I understand you hype and everything, but man,
he was
that's
hyped
like
because
been there before.
he was hyped because he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball on the drive before that.
Act
Dropped
like
the ball
that.
on the drive before that, dude.
So
that would have put
somebody
them board. That would have
once
put them in
told me.
field goal range.
Somebody once told me that when you playing professional sports or sports in general, and you're in a position like that, you have to have a memory of a goldfish. You can't worry about what happened there. You just got to go out and keep playing. That was still in his mind, evidently, and he was glad he redeemed himself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But goodness gracious, keep your helmet on. The unsportsmanlike, my goodness.
Yeah,
You really cost your team the game. I mean, they kept paying it to the man. He's sitting there, he mad. I mean, I did it. I did it. Yes, going. Let's find the interview from after the post game today. Let's find out.
Let me put this out there right quick. Got to give a shout out to my cousin Anatol. He said he still hasn't made the promo yet. Well, you're not on consistently, dog. You're not on consistently. You're shot producer. So you get a side check. You get a side check from Shot every week. So I mean, you're my cousin and everything, but dang, dog, we'll get you next time. 2023, that's your year. New year, new you. We got you. But they got to win 2 out of 3, Tony. I just think in order for Houston to win, they got to win 2 out of 3.
They got to win 2 out of 3.
I'll say if you could go up 3-1, I'll rest Verlander for game 6. No. I'll go and pitch in game 5, try to knock him out.
Got to.
That's my key, though. That is going to be my key. Verlander is going to have to show up one of these games and be the regular season Verlander in order for Houston to do this thing. I really think that, just like we were talking about, he's going to have to circumvent the pressure, relax, and pitch like Verlander can pitch. Cy Young Verlander. Give me that guy. And that's the way that Dusty is going to get it.
That's true. He's definitely going to have to show up.
Yeah, Verlander gave him 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 66% strikeout rate. His ERA for that one game was a 9.00. 9.00. Look at us dropping baseball stats and stuff on here. Look at us dropping baseball stats.
Growing up in the world.
Yeah, growing up.
Not a little bit, not a lot about a lot.
But yeah, so we'll keep you informed. We'll probably might drop a note on y'all Wednesday because I know there'll be game 5 will be Wednesday either way. So we'll be watching with bated breath for that game. Let's go to this topic. Tony want to broach these. I know we got Sprite, just got Sprite back. Hold on a second. Just yeah. Okay. Okay. I won't. Come on, man. We just got y'all back. Dang. Look. All right. Okay. Dang. Okay. All right. He said that I can't cuss for the next 3 minutes, so we're gonna wait till 24 minutes come up before I start talking about this next subject. So we got 5 seconds, but of course, this segment is brought to you by Sprite, the Black folks drink. And what the hell wrong with these damn Lakers, Tony?
They suck, man.
I
They're
know.
old. Don't have no shooting.
They tied.
And they still are. I mean, that's the main thing, man. They just don't really have any shooting, man. They don't have any shooting. So I think I saw like a ridiculous stat, man. I think they got the worst 3-point percentage through the first couple of games of the season, man, ever in NBA history. And that's They just like man. They watch, man. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want us to lose our sponsorship. I'm saying, so I'm trying to choose my words carefully too. But they watch, man. They old, don't have shooting. Um, and of course, I'm not on that train. But I wouldn't be me if I ain't say, everybody's everybody's thing is Westbrook's fault. Blame Westbrook, and it's not his fault. It's not only his fault. I'm not saying that he's playing well because he's not. But it's bigger than him. It's definitely bigger than him, and it's not all his fault.
Yeah, Westbrook 12.3 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. LeBron 25.8, 9 rebounds, 7.2 assists. He's leading the team in points. Anthony Davis beaten by 0.1 assists and turnovers. So, but you might well say he's leading the rebound because Anthony's going to go down because Anthony Davis going to be hurt.
Anthony Davis already hurt.
Yeah, back injury or something, right?
Yep, he already hurt. He been playing like crap. He ain't really been shooting the ball well from as far as jump shots. Yeah, man, the Lakers in trouble, dude.
Yeah,
It's really a chance. I know they said 0-11. I think I saw something on. They were talking about it the other day. I don't see 0-11. But I think they first chance to really get a W. They played Denver tonight. Then they play New Orleans on Wednesday. They first actual chance, man, to actually probably get a W would be Friday, man, the 4th against Utah. And Utah's actually been surprising people, and they've been playing well this season, man. So I don't know.
I'll give a quick score update for those that's watching Sunday Night Football and want to watch us on a comeback. Buffalo's up 21-7. That game was over with when the game started. So,
the game was over with when Green Bay got on the plane.
Yeah, that game was already over with. So you just want to see if Buffalo going to cover. That's all. Straw, what can the Lakers do? If anything?
And I don't know because like in the words of Clayton Bixby, they stink. But I mean, I don't know if it's too early to start making moves or, you got to get LeBron. If LeBron going to play like that and you got AD playing like that, I mean, nobody wants Russ, but I mean, get them some help, man. Get them some help. Figure out something. It's only so much that this was a season. This was a season that's supposed to have been a couple of years ago. This was a season when they were Jason Kidd supposed to still be on the bench, and Frank Vogel supposed to be getting fired, and we bringing Jason Kidd in, and everything gonna right the ship. No, I don't know. Outside of turning back the clock and shooting Magic and Kareem up, I don't know what you can do. Man, this is terrible. This is not the start that I thought they would have.
No, they're gonna have to pray somebody willing to take on that Westbrook contract, man. And they probably stuck with him until at least close to the trade deadline.
Yeah, and then the team's gonna have to have a real need for him on top of that. And then, I mean, you got that in that trade, you got to have at least one marquee player coming back and some great support players. Because nobody's gonna mortgage their whole basketball future for somebody that's averaging 12 points a game. That's just not gonna happen.
I actually saw an interesting take the other day too, where I think it was Jason Williams. Jason Williams said trade him, trade everybody, trade LeBron, trade Anthony Davis. Keep Westbrook because his contract's expiring. So you had that off the books, and then you're being dumped all that money with LeBron and Anthony Davis and losing the Westbrook contract at the end of the season. Just start over fresh and new Because he's saying that he's saying it's done, man.
They should have
Yeah.
traded AD. They should have traded AD in the offseason. They should have traded him. What killed to me to hurt the Lakers is when they gave AD that contract after they won the championship.
Mm.
Because he got lazy.
You know what? I say that, but I mean, at that time, you're thinking that you got a chance of repeating because you want to show everybody that, hey, they just won the bubble. You know, we really a good basketball team with this combination.
They
It
should have
was
kept
just
the
a
same.
bubble, though. It was just a bubble.
It was just a bubble.
That's the case. Then are the Dodgers are the same beneficiary of the bubble then for 2020? He plays only 60 games.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so too. It's the same thing when the Spurs won their first championship. That was a short season too, if y'all remember. When the Spurs won their first championship, that was the strike year when they didn't play. I don't think they games.
They played 50 games that year.
Right, they played 50 games that year, and you know they got hot, and that. But the thing with that is that you found everybody. You found your Manu Ginobili, your Tony Parkers at that time, and you were able to say, okay, then you come back, and I don't think they won that next year, but I think they won the year after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They solidified it though,
and that's what the Lakers were trying to do, and they could not do it. The Lakers could not do it.
See,
they weren't trying to stay with it because they blew it up.
Yeah,
we talked about that last week. They blew it up, man.
They should never blew it up. They should have ran it back. They should have gave Rondo the money. But with the Spurs though, that next year Tim Duncan got hurt in the series against the Suns. That's what kept them from repeating. Then the next year they drafted Tony Parker, and the year after that, then they drafted Ginobili. But the thing about that was though they won the Lakers. That opened up that mini dynasty for the Lakers with 4 finals appearances and 4 finals appearances in 5 years and 3 championships. That's
right. That first year was the David Robinson, Tim Duncan year. You're right.
Johnson.
Yep.
So, but the one thing about the Spurs, though, the one thing that's the stain on their record, they never repeated. The Heat did. The Lakers did. The Golden State Warriors did. If we're looking for the last 24 years, they were able to repeat their championship. The Lakers, the second stint with the Lakers, they did it at 2 and 3, but they got the brakes beat off them in Game 6 against the Celtics, and they wet the bed in Game 4. They had a 25-point lead and lost that game, and that was lost the series for them. So that's the one thing about the Spurs dynasty. This will be a great topic to talk about right here too. Which was a better dynasty in the last 25 years? Is it the Spurs? Is it the Lakers? Or is it the Golden State Warriors? That could be a topic right there. Just think about the one thing that the Spurs haven't done was repeat. You could count on them every 2 years. It's just something about in between the year they couldn't get it.
The thing about them that took we'll say for them time because I got my opinion on that too. Let's put that one on the shelf. Earmark that one for next week because I got some logistical small market versus the big market type deal comparisons with that.
Yeah,
that actually will be a good topic though, Faye.
Yeah.
We definitely need to put that into rotation.
Yeah, we're gonna throw that in there, just like the one we talked about Wednesday. I want to get we'll get back to the Lakers in just a second. I got your opinion, Tony. I got Shot's opinion. We didn't get Mike's. Damon, I think we won't get your opinion. This question, they call me crazy. In the 90s, Michael Jordan had 6 and 8. He got suspended. He retired for those year and a half in between. Then came back, of course, lost to the Magic. The Rockets won back-to-back that year. Do you think Jordan would have won 8 in a row if he hadn't retired?
Who you asking the question to?
To Ryan, because we
Ryan.
I already know your answer.
You already know.
So I think he would have won. I think he would have won more than that. And the reason I say that is because the Houston was who they were, and they won what they won with who they had, and they were they were the recipient of those Patrick Ewing teams, and then they got the Magic in one series. It has been said, and if you go back and watch The Last Dance, they wanted to come back that next year and win if it wasn't for Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause is the one that started all that saying, hey, no, we're not going, this is it. Michael didn't say that. Scott didn't say
Because
that.
he was beefing, because he was beefing with Phil Jackson, man. I couldn't even. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man.
It's crazy. So Mike stepping away or suspension or whatever we say it is, he was away for them couple of years. I really think that if he doesn't go play baseball, the Bulls might have won 8 in a row. They may have. I take that, but they may have lost. They may have lost 1, but I think they would have definitely won at least 9. At least. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They would have won at least 7. I'm sorry. At least 7. I miscounted. I'm giving them that extra one. I gave them that other one. But yeah, I think they would have won 7 championships, at least 7. I think they would have, because I didn't see the thing about that organization. They actually listened to Mike, and Mike, the ultimate competitor, Scotty, the ultimate wingman. That first group of championships, if you kind of merge it with that second group, meaning you still got Horace Grant and then you bring in a Dennis Rodman in addition to, I think you might have something there. They always had great role players too. So I really think Mike would have pulled them kicking and screaming to a championship somehow, some way.
Dude, that first year he was gone, they almost went to the final that year. And they cheated. They cheated them against the Knicks. They cheated them out that damn series, dude.
Yeah, is that the Kukoc series?
That's the Kukoc series.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to the Knicks. They lost to the Knicks, then the Knicks beat the Pacers, and then they lost to the Rockets in 7. John Starks probably had the pissiest game ever in Game 7. That just hurt my. I room for the Knicks that year because John Starks. I like John Starks. He's an underdog. He bad groceries.
Bad groceries.
But just too much again.
Yeah, man. He would have won 8 in a row, man. Stop. Hey, man, this is blasphemy, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't even believe you formed your mouth to say that the other day, Fake. I know it made good television. You know what I'm saying? I get that. It definitely makes good television. But come on, man. You know Mike would have won 8 in a row, man. Don't do that.
Between 93 and 95, the Rockets in the head-to-head series were 4-2 against the Bulls. But who I go back to my original question.
What?
Who is guarding Hakeem? Who guarding him?
I mean, it's a rotation. You got Cartwright, you got Luke Longley. I mean, it's rotation. Nobody's shutting down Hakeem. Man, nobody's shutting down Hakeem, man. That's Hakeem Olajuwon, dude. That's one of my favorite big men to ever play. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not disputing that part of what Hakeem was, dude. But you're not going to shut him down. But who's going to shut down Mike? You talking about guarding? Forget guarding. Somebody got to guard you. Who's going to shut down Mike?
Bernie Maxwell. I got the name right today.
Man, get the hell out of here, man. Come on, man.
Maxwell?
I'm gonna pull the name roster.
Maxwell was doing good enough just to make it on the court from everything that I was hearing. From everything I was hearing, he was good. He was doing good just to make it there. He had issues.
Mario Ellen.
Issues.
You got Mario Ellen.
Who's gonna shut down Mike? They were gonna shut down Mike.
We didn't say shut down. Slow him down. We're gonna slow him down.
Okay.
Remember, he averaged 37 against. He averaged 37 the year in '93 against the Suns, and the Suns had some big guards, and he averaged 37. They couldn't even slow him down. I just think the Rockets a little bit more physical.
I don't see that.
All right, man.
I don't see that.
Never underestimate the heart of a champion.
The Bulls were the champions. That's my point.
I don't know. That's still a hell of a debate right now. To me, it just. I don't know. I said they'll win 7. I ain't say they'll win 8.
No, man. 8.
Let me look up Anatole said Vernon Maxwell was 6'4" and 160. He's 6'4", 180. Michael 6'5", what, 190?
Some people say he was 6'6", 200. That's what some people say.
Oh, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He was
6'6".
He was
6'6".
6'5" coming in the league, 6'5", 190 coming in the league. He ended up being 6'6". Jordan would take that person.
Hey, man. Hey, and y'all know what that meant, boy. Y'all know what that meant. You know what that meant when he told you I took that person. I took that person.
Personally.
Hey, man.
Oh,
That last dance was great, man. That was a great series.
Oh,
man.
I loved it. Now, don't get me wrong. We all do this whole story about all that stuff going on, and the crazy thing we're gonna rehash a little bit. How the hell y'all thought Tim Floyd was gonna be a better replacement for Phil Jackson? Tony, how?
that was Reinsdorf in them. That was Reinsdorf.
He got that Jerry Jones syndrome, man. He
Yeah.
wanted the credit.
Man,
He wanted the credit. He wanted the credit, man. He wanted the credit. Say it was all him. Leave it alone.
he got the credit. He got the credit.
That really just baffled me, dude.
That's the credit he got. He got the credit for destroying that dynasty. If you want credit, that's the credit. That's the credit. Mike was going to run it back again. Scotty was going to run it back again. Dennis was going to do whatever what Mike and Scotty were going to do. If you want the credit, there's the credit. And like Forrest Gump said, and that's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah, Anatole said the Bulls almost made the finals.
Yeah.
Without them, but they didn't even make it to the conference finals that year. They didn't make it to the conference finals. So how's that almost making the finals? You didn't make it to your own conference finals. They got cheated out.
A lot of people I thought felt that without Mike it was a huge hole, which it was. But I mean, you had Kukos coming over. You still had Scotty playing both guard and forward. So I mean, there was something missing because it wasn't the same. Mike tells you in The Last Dance that it was different. He goes to practice, and the practices were different. He'll tell you.
Like I said 7. I just don't think they would have won 8.
All right. You probably didn't think they would have won the 6.
I didn't think nobody could beat them. But the thing was, though, we could. This is a whole nother discussion right here. We could get into who they played in the finals. The old Lakers, the washed up Blazers. They won them, but that was, I mean, it is what it is. They did win. They won 6 out of 6 and 8. I wasn't betting against Mike in them 6.
But you were gonna bet, but you would have bet against them in them other 2.
Yeah, because they had one. There's no way. Think about it. The Lakers were not beating. The Lakers weren't going to beat the Bulls that year. They weren't going to beat them. Yeah, Mike Dunleavy is coach for one thing. That's a loss right there. That's a guaranteed one loss. You didn't adjust to them when they put Pip. You didn't adjust to them putting Pippen on Magic in game 2 through 5 because Magic never had anybody that big guarding him 94 feet. Byron Scott, there's no way he was going to match up with Jordan. Byron Scott just that's a wrap.
6'4", right? Byron Scott was 6'4", if I'm not mistaken. He was already 2 inches down.
That's what I'm saying. That was no way. Jane Worthy, that was Mike's teammate back in Carolina, so he knew what he has some inside information on Worthy, and he had Vlade Divac. Come on, I mean no, they won't win that year. Next year you had a Clyde Drexler that was old, already going ball when he was in college. Terry Porter, he balled. Jerome Kersey and Cliff Robinson, no. The Suns didn't. They had the best record, still couldn't beat them. And Jordan, like I said, Jordan averaged 37 against them. Just saying, they had 37. The last three, I mean, I don't know. I don't see how the Supersonic won 60 something games that year, but that roster they had. I don't see how they won 60 something games. Utah Jazz, John Stockton, and Hornacek, 6-1 and 6-1. Just saying. You're supposed to win them right there. I want to go to bed against the Bulls on that. But that's all I was saying. But they had no. Anyway, let's get back to Anatole Lakers. Let's roast them some more. Let's roast them Lakers some more. Yeah, Vlade was soft. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That Vlade Diva. I know. I'm trying to do like your boy Stephen A. Smith. Slava Medvedenko.
You getting more and more like Stephen A. Man as we do this show, man.
No.
I just want to make sure I put that out there for everybody to repeat and understand. You getting more and more like Stephen A. Man.
See, first of all, I'm not gonna get y'all fired on here. I'm not gonna get y'all kicked off the show. I'm not gonna get y'all kicked off the show for one. Two, I'm not gonna say I'm the one that saved First Take. First Take was already #1 before he got on there. Then he took it to another level. But that's an argument with him and Skip need to talk about when next time you go to California and film his Damon's background. Brick. Brought to you by Westbrook Apparel. No, I'm not. No, Trevor. I'm nowhere near Stephen A. Smith.
Yes, you are.
No,
your takes, man. Your takes. No, I'm not even talking about all the other stuff you talking about. Your takes. Talking about your takes.
No, my picks are better than his.
Y'all saw him on game day. Y'all saw him on game day yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that clown on game day.
I missed him, but I saw him, and I missed that portion because I was going to the tailgate at that part. But him and Prime getting together, I did see a clip of that on Instagram. That was good.
Yeah, I saw one of doing the picks. I'm like, man, y'all got this dude. Y'all mean to tell me y'all couldn't get Doug Williams or somebody?
I mean, but you know he good. He big at condoning for ESPN. Doing the stuff they do for the HBCUs, man. That's what that was about, man. That definitely was a great moment. That was a great weekend, man, for ESPN and HBCUs. That was really dope. That was really dope.
The only thing I hated about it, because I did watch it, we've got to get a better presence when it comes to those HBCU games. And what I mean by that is this: I mean by, and maybe it's something intentional, and they did it to spite everything. And I wouldn't put it past ESPN because they all they stand alone when it comes to sports and stuff as far as doing that. But they kept showing how many, and maybe it's just me, maybe it's a closed environment. They kept showing all the empty space in the parking lot. I didn't like that. Did not like that, because when you talk about a PWI, it's almost like it's people all the way around. They got 17 different camera angles, and this going on over here, and this going on over here. But when they showed the drone shot or the aerial shot, it was like right there by the stadium. And it just seemed like it was only a select group of people, and they got as many people as they possibly could. And I didn't like the way it didn't feel right to me. But the thing that I do love is they promoted the small black business. I think it was called the Big Apple Cafe. They did promote that, and I'm sure they got a business that's been picked up. And they got a good pickup from business. And when I get to home, next time I'm in Jackson, I will be slide by that. I guess it touched me enough. I ain't never heard of a pig ear sandwich, but I'm gonna try one.
I'm a country boy. Pig ear, hog head, cheese, all that stuff. A little hog head cheese now. So what, man? I'm from country.
Hey, man, I ain't say nothing, bro.
You did look like, man. They I don't want to lose Sprite, so did black man here say hog head cheese on live television? Yeah, I did. I'm from Cairo, Georgia, man. Well, I mean, I grew up on that stuff. Hog head cheese, chitlin, pig feet, hog maw, all that stuff.
You still eat all that now, though?
if we could cook it, yeah, but I won't. Yeah, I
What you
still.
mean we can cook it? You don't know how to cook it?
I don't know how to cook no chitlins. Man, you gotta clean them. You know, you gotta clean them first. Then you can put a pressure cooker. You put them pressure cooker. You fry them up.
See, it sound like you know how to. It sound like you know how to cook them.
I know the processes of cooking them. I've never had to cook them.
Well, then cook them.
Bit, I can't, man. I
Don't call Sprite. Sprite, don't call, please.
I ain't finished it.
Give him one. Give him one.
Oh, that boy took it back to 98. Bit.
Oh yeah, bit, yeah. Tell me anything.
Yeah,
That was
bit,
what- that's
yeah.
what you, yeah, tell me anything. That was what- Nah, I never cooked them before. 'Cause my aunt cook them, my grandma dad cooked them, wife cook them. I mean, if we want, we just find some chitlins, clean them up, cook them up. Get some
So your
rice.
wife, you say your wife cook them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you still eat that stuff to this day? That's what I asked you.
I say yes. If we can find them and cook them, yes.
Okay.
Yes. My youngest
Alright.
child loved them. She called them when she was a child. She used to call them rice and spices because she put some spices in there, some peppers, and some. You gotta take the smell out with the bell peppers and some red peppers and
I'm good.
Oh, onions.
I'm good.
rice.
I love food, dude. I really, cause I'm like a foodie. You know what I'm saying? But
That's one you're not gonna go.
I'm not messing with no chitlins, bro. I'm good.
Okay. Just try one.
I'm good.
Oxtail.
Yeah, I like oxtail.
Net
I
ball.
love oxtail.
See, I love all this stuff. See,
Yeah, it's
like I
good
said,
eating.
I'm a country boy. I'm just
I got
saying. That's all. But man, there's nothing else to talk about the Lakers. They just suck. They're
I
piss poor.
mean, I don't. To be honest with you, I said last week, and I'm gonna say it again this week. If they get the right cohesion, I think they might be able to turn it around. I'm not very confident in the words I'm speaking, but if they get NBA, basketball is a game of runs. And just like anything else, if they get a run of about 3 or 4 wins and they find the formula that works, I think they can have a decent year. They were in a run last year for the HC. They may be in a run again, depending on how many games they can win.
Yeah, and Frank Vogel was the fall guy for this team. Frank Vogel should have been fired. Really, what should have happened was one. We talked about this other day, Tony. They should have never upgraded their team. The upgrade really downgraded their team.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just
left
paid
it
it.
alone.
Should have left it
Should've
alone.
left it alone.
Run it back, and then if that team don't win, then you can start tweaking it. You could have ran it back, and I think, well, really, when LeBron went down in March, in March of that 21 season, 2021 season, that's what really put him. That's really what sunk when he got injured against the Hawks in March and had a high ankle sprain. He was out for 6 weeks and really wasn't back healthy when he came back.
Look, and then, like real talk, Rondo took the ball out of LeBron's hand.
Just hand, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, LeBron still ball dominant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that in no form or fashion, but Rondo led that team, man, and he took the ball out of his hand. And LeBron was comfortable with Rondo setting everybody up and running the offense. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was I never understood why they didn't sign Rondo back, man. I never understood that.
That's crazy. It was the money thing, but you could have figured something out. AD could have took a 1 year 1-1 to ensure everybody came back, but that's neither here nor there because AD wanted his money, and that you mortgage your future for a champion, a dynasty of one, and one dynasty of one. Now the Warriors for the setup to win for the next 3 out of 5 years possibly. But the way they looked against the Suns, though, that was terrible. But that hour went by fast, y'all.
It's a good hour. It's a good hour, yeah.
But one, y'all got one last thing before we hit the road.
Yeah, what's up?
You got one last thing? Anything you want to hit everybody with before we go?
No, man, not really. Other than the fact like I said last week on the show, man, on Wednesday. Uh, I'm really excited about the NBA. There's definitely some good teams out there, man. Been some good games. Um, a lot more parity. Though I think it's a lot more wide open, especially in the East. Um, Big game this week with Georgia and Tennessee. Looking forward to being in game day and being in Athens and being in the environment. Go Dogs.
Before you go, Ryan, let me get this comment about for my cousin Anatole. He said that was a strain on J State fans. They had homecoming the week before, then the Boombox Classic that following week. That's a lot of money. Think about Jackson. It's a college town, but at the same time, it's a black college town.
Yes, it is. You're right.
So,
You're right. Anatola, good shot, good catch. I just, I'm glad that one of the things I'm glad that they brought game day to Jackson because it helps out that local economy. It really needs some help. It really does. I mean, it's not going to fix every crisis they have in Jackson, Mississippi, but for that brief time, you are the center of the college football world right then, and it brings more people out. I mean, even if it's just ESPN, just coming and eating at the local business and spending some money, that's more than what you had before, and bringing some more attention. So now you bring some more attention to that area of Mississippi, and it brings more people through, and it makes them want to stop. And I hope that it does that for Jackson, Mississippi.
yeah, my last thing gonna tie into a little bit of that and expand it just a little bit. Of course, I don't know if y'all watched. I know y'all probably watched First Take and everything. They did it was in Orlando when they had the big HBCU showcase in Orlando where they giving out scholarships and stuff. But my thing is though, it's great to highlight HBCUs like Chris Paul with the shoes and the bubble with Clark Atlanta and Morehouse and FAMU and all the other stuff. We gotta highlight HBCU. Let's not get stuck on the same HBCUs. There's a whole lot more HBCUs with rich history besides FAMU, Southern, Jackson State. And the one we don't talk about, of course, Stephen Ayers' alma mater, Alcorn State. That's a Lorman, Mississippi. If you've been there, that Lorman, Alcorn State literally is Lorman. That's a gas station on their campus. I don't know if you've been there. I've been there twice. You go on campus, it's so isolated from everything because it's a focused college town. They have a gas station literally on the campus. So that way, when you come in, leaving in, coming out. But there's more HBCUs than Morehouse, Spelman, FAMU, Jackson State, Southern, and Tennessee State because of Eddie George. You have Central State in Ohio, who came down and did a battle of the bands in Henry County a couple weeks ago. Their band director said, "We're the only publicly funded HBCU in the state, which means I got a boatload of money to give you if you want a scholarship in band right now. I will pay for everything. If you can play, you'll ride for free. You'll ride for free." So my wife jokingly said, "Chloe, you're going to Ohio." I don't know. Oh, we'll still talk about, but you still have Savannah State, but nobody's talking about Bethune-Cookman. Of course, Bethune and FAMU went to the SWAC. Why would you go to the SWAC? Money. And FAMU is supposedly the top 3 HBCU in the country, but you're leaving a conference that you've been in for decades.
That's for me. Yeah.
You just built Will Packer in an amphitheater 2 years ago. Just
for that money, man. They're left for that money.
Let's just talk about the other HBCUs: Port Valley, South Carolina State, Darton College, and Albany. Morris Brown is on the uptick. Hampton, Howard, Norfolk State, North Carolina Central, South Carolina State, Benedict College, who's probably going to be in the SIAC championship game in 2 weeks. So Alabama A&M, Alabama State. Y'all just had the Magic City Classic this past weekend. Am I correct, Ryan?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Alabama State pulled it out.
So let's not just get stuck on these 4 or 5 HBCUs that we always see on the news every day. Let's talk about the rest of them. There's more. It's more than 5. There's more than 30,000 black people that go to college
Amen.
at a black school. Let's talk about the rest of them. So if you really want to do something for some colleges besides going to, there's nothing wrong with Deion. Deion's done great things the time he's been there.
Yeah.
Go to the Fountain City Classic. Go to the Classic with Bethune and FAMU. Go to the Thanksgiving game with Grambling and Southern. Yeah, you go to that. You go to some other stuff. You don't have to literally go just to the ones that has some cachet and grandeur or whatever.
Right.
Let's go some other places.
Yeah.
And here comes this dude right here who dude, we know actually it's Howard, dog, but that's neither here and there. I've looked it up the other. It's Howard. Y'all number 4. But I didn't want to get you. I didn't want to get you like that. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad, cuz I'm my own producer. so my bad. So if I'm lying, I'm my bad. But I'll look it up for you. But there's more HBCUs than FAMU and Jackson State. So just saying. But like I said, hold on. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm just that kind of guy. Just gonna give you some stats.
So one of the things to piggyback off you, so we can get this out of here, man. I know back in my day, man, we used to have these shirts, man, and this my guy at buynightshirt.com. I'm sure he has some. We used to have a slogan on the front and all the HBCUs on the back.
Mm-hmm.
We need to start putting some more of them things out, man, and so everybody will know. They used to have a clever saying on the front or a clever slogan on the front, and then all the HBCUs on the back, man. And that's the thing, man. Like these kids that are coming out of high school now, that's what they know. I live in the Mid-South area, the Memphis, North Mississippi area. And if you're not going to Jackson State, you want to go to Tennessee State. Because they have their classic in Memphis. They have their Southern Heritage Classic, usually the second week in September in Memphis. And that's their area. So, you got to put more focus on the Xaviers, the Southern, the ones that don't get the recognition. Like you were saying, your Alabama States, Alabama A&Ms. Those schools, your smaller schools, man. So you can have HBCUs all over the nation. We got enough HBCUs to where we could probably have a HBCU college football league versus the SWAC, man, the MEAC, and the SIAC. You could probably just throw everybody in one bucket and do it that way, just like they do the NCAA. That's how many schools they are. I don't know how many have football, but yeah, I think you could do that. Tuskegee. And Tuskegee and Alabama State have a Turkey Day Classic every year. That's good point. Good point, Fade. Good point.
Anatole, Tuskegee University is a public institution because it's a land grant institution, which makes it public. So actually, Tuskegee is the #1 public university for HBCU in HBCUs right there. So just want to say that family's not #1. So. Anyway, just want to say that. Your website lying. Yeah, okay.
He says on. Hey man, y'all stupid, man.
I'm just saying.
Y'all stupid, man.
I'm just saying. One website say y'all #1. This one says y'all ain't. It's just like saying, okay.
It gotta be the truth. It gotta be true because you read it on the internet.
I mean, that's what he said. He sent me an article online. So this, I'm just okay. But look at them right number 7. I'm just looking at you talk about public. No, we talk about HBCUs. Period. So we ain't getting to public, private. The blackest HBCU, or if that's the case, then Fort Valley the #1 HBCU in Georgia. So y'all nation, I mean, we go that anyway. That's our show for tonight. Of course, we were brought to you by Sprite is still a sponsor. Talk to them on the phone. They following the show. Of course, you'll see everybody else on Wednesday night. Mike, we ready for you to come back. Just Take your time, come back. Just for men, Shot said, your beard look immaculate. Henny and Coke. Of course, you can follow us on YouTube and Facebook. That's the show, guys. We out.
Peace.
Hey.